the do's and don'ts of events, live exhibitions from an exhibitor who's going and trying to make money from their event. I want you to tell me, what do these lot do?
That's their stand. You were supposed to walk past that and know what they did.
You worry so much about how it looks, you take away the point of what you're doing there, which is trying to get conversions and get people to know what you do as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's bad.
And I saw that time and time again. Welcome to the Fake Marketer, everybody. Nick's back.
Oh, yeah. When do we stop saying Nick's back?
Never.
That's the meme.
Never again. Well, I've got some news.
Yeah? Pregnant.
So you know, no, I'm not pregnant. You know the guy that sent us a message on LinkedIn?
Yeah.
He collared me at the running show this weekend.
Did you recognise him? Or did you...
No, he tapped me on the shoulder.
You're that guy from TikTok.
A bit.
Did he actually say anything like that?
Do you know what I said earlier? I said to Sonia, this guy. She went, oh, you sound like Nick now.
But you're just not.
No, I'm not.
I added him on LinkedIn, so I was like, this guy gets it.
He even said, look, I have to turn it up when he's speaking in the background, so we're going to have to get you we're going to have to get him over one of these mics and just sit it over there.
Yeah, we are. We
Yeah.
need to involve you a bit.
Can you order one?
It felt good just to be recognised.
Okay, can you order one?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, cool.
Like a really high quality one just for me, and then you can have...
Yeah.
Right, anyway.
Yeah, we're like in the background.
Anyway, today. So I went to the running show at the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was rammed. A lot of runners. A lot of different body shapes, which is good.
Where was this at?
NEC.
Why
So-
did you have to mention the different body shapes?
Because I'm going to get there, Nick. There's a reason for that, which I'm glad you picked up on. But there was some really bad marketing there.
What was there?
Yeah. And do you know what? To the point where I actually felt sorry for some of them. And I told one couple.
What, who were on a stand?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah. And just because it's wasted.
What was his name? Ad, and her name was Das.
No, it's Holland and Barrett.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, but anyway.
They
So
were
we
there, were they?
They were there, yeah. But we're going to go into that. What I saw and what we've learned from our experiences from being at shows and what we've took away from them and what we're going to change going into this year. Because we didn't do it last year. We're going to reinvest this year to do them.
Was it the whole of last year we didn't do one?
I
Didn't do one for the whole of 23. We
Turn
didn't go to one thing.
No. I did some talking.
God, that's a quick year, isn't it?
I did some talking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here and there, flying in and out.
Yeah.
But so we didn't do one of those showcases for the
turned
whole
it
year.
off. No, I turned it
No,
off.
I know we turned them off. That's gone quickly, isn't it?
Actually, no, I did one. I did one in
I went to
Manchester.
that, didn't I?
No.
That was the one up
God, it's been over a year since I stood there with my aching feet thinking I can't wait until they bring the sandwiches out at 2 o'clock.
Yes.
It's been over a year since that.
Yeah, it's been over a year.
Wow.
So we're going to go into that, but before we go into that, we've got the segment that everyone wants to hear of. Here's the jingle, which I do like, by the way.
Yeah, have we got a jingle?
It's just pointless.
No, have we actually have you done a jingle?
Yes.
I haven't heard it.
No, because you don't watch any of the stuff that when we
I don't
do
need
it.
to watch. You don't watch your own stuff.
Yeah,
like
but you
I'm
need to
like
get
Matt
better.
Damon.
Oh, right, you're not.
What do you
But
mean I need to
anyway.
get better? I've got. Do you know you know I've got another podcast.
Right, anyway. What have you seen?
Number one in. You do, hold on. You do know that.
I'm not aware, no.
I've never listened to any of my own episodes.
Right, anyway, so
Yeah.
some marketing we've seen this week we
Yeah.
like. You've got one, Nick,
Yeah.
which you've been so excited.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the Yeti one. Have you heard of Yeti?
I forget what they do. I've heard of them. What do Yeti do? They're like insurance. Or...
No.
No.
They're ice boxes. And this advert I saw, it's not even an advert, but it should be an advert. And
Also, it's something you've seen that
it's these guys taking them. So basically, it's these two guys called Rogue. Maybe you can call the Rogue guys or something like that. And they just take the mickey out of a lot of stuff. And they basically have obviously seen how expensive a Yeti box is, which is essentially an ice cooler, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That lasts. One of the bits in it is like, I know, So basically the sketch is, and it goes on for like 4 minutes, and I've watched the whole thing because it actually really engages you. Of basically three guys in a who are the founders of the Yeti box, and they're like sort of in their room trying to invent it. And you've got the guy who's being all serious on the laptop. Let's say it's Michael, and there's you and me like bouncing off all these ideas, and they're like, who needs ice for 24 hours in an ice box? No one. So let's make that the second feature. And it's just on and on and on, and it's so true. But I think it's so good that Yeti could even take the mickey out themselves and use that kind of thing as an advertising thing.
So what were they saying?
Well,
on TikTok.
Yeah. Do you want to put Yeti?
I don't really know what you
I think I've saved it actually. I sent it to someone, and then I can tell you exactly what it is.
So I think the premise is around Yeti is a very, 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 very expensive ice
You
box.
betcha. Go to You Betcha.
That's right, isn't there? A very expensive ice box.
Very expensive icebox. 700 quid. Or $700. Yeah, that's it. Go down just to see which one we have got. Got to be newer than these ones.
I'm putting in Yeti after it.
Try that. There we go. Here, just stick this on a sec.
We need to sell more coolers. Any ideas?
How are we supposed to compete with a $30 cooler? Makes me want to gouge my eyes out.
Gouge, that's it. We're gonna take their $30 cooler and we're just gonna add a zero and gouge the customers.
Yes!
We're gonna jack the prices way up.
All the way up.
Wait, how are we going to justify price increase?
We can make it more convenient.
Or we can make it less convenient. Less is more.
We'll make it hold less beer.
And make it super heavy.
People love heavy stuff.
We can break their wallet and their back.
If it's filled with ice and beer and it's super heavy, no one's gonna be able to carry that.
You could just put wheels on it.
Are you out of your mind?
Go take your igloo for a walk, Tyler. Trying to do some work up here, all right?
Okay, we won't say that it's heavy. We'll say that it's durable.
Ruggedness. Outdoors. That'll be our brand.
Everything about this cooler will scream outdoors.
Outdoors.
I love that. We could do a forest green color.
Right, we're not watching 4 minutes of this, but I get the concept of it. Do you really think Yeti could spin that?
I think they could. You think it's too caning them?
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, though, they've built that into like a very big company.
Yeah, Yeti are huge, especially in the States.
Being overpriced.
Wow, it's just... Yeah.
You'd probably buy one.
Why would I buy one?
I don't know. You could go on a camping trip or
If
something
I've got
like
a
that.
fridge.
Look, there we go. $300.
Yeah, it's a lot of dough, isn't it? No, I wouldn't buy one. But okay, so that's your bit of marketing you've seen this week, yeah?
Yeah.
I sent mine to Michael. Which was an email from On.
On. Oh yeah, on trainers. We both have some. It's time to make your move.
Yeah.
Heads
so, 30% off, and I've really wanted a new pair of Ons. More for the fact of just sort of wearing day to day, really. Especially with all the running I'm doing.
Are those the ones you wanted, or is that just the one that was on you?
They were the cheapest ones, so so they were in my basket.
Yeah.
And this was a simple, again, Nick, a simple added to cart,
Reduced by 30%.
abandoned cart. Bought them last night.
30% off.
Bought them last night.
How much did that take it down to?
90 quid.
From one. What's that work out?
120 quid.
Yeah.
Give or take. It's a lot of money. So yeah, so I took the plunge and bought them in the end. But they got me.
You?
The 30%. Purely the 30%.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
So you'd had your eye on these for a while.
I've been sat with my ad cart for about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
About 3 weeks. And because I didn't spend as much money as I was going to at the NEC, I then bought them. I bought them.
They're nice.
Yeah.
Have you tried them on?
No. I know what I'm getting.
Tried them on.
Well, I'm just thinking because the shape of it's a bit different, isn't it?
No, well, it's just the look.
Yeah.
It's just the look. So yeah, that's the marketing I've done this
I've
week.
thought about buying a pair of on trainers from. I'm not going to, but I was thinking about buying from a more of a fashion point of view. Actually, they've got some
Okay.
quite cool ones.
Like that.
Yeah, that sort of style. There's quite big bases, but from a fashion point of view, they're quite cool.
Yeah, we're not fashionable. So, so the NEC running show.
Yeah.
How's that? So I'm going to start off by the do's and don'ts of events, live exhibitions from an exhibitor who's going and trying to make money from their event.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the test now. Michael, can you pull up the picture I sent you? And Nick, I want you to tell me, what do these lot do?
Okay.
Your time starts now.
I think that...
Rice cakes.
No, but I see where you'll go. Yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong brand,
No,
but it's
yeah.
similar to that brand. Is it? I guess the spinning thing is to get something or 20% off. That's just something to play. That's their stand. You were supposed to walk past that and know what they did.
Yeah, so I went past this stand 3 times. 3 times. And on the 3rd time, I had to stop and go, what do they do?
Hydrogen water.
I think it's a supplement. Even then, I think it's a supplement. Because
It's got one of those little running tear tops, hasn't
apart
it?
from that TV showing just something on a carousel video, I had absolutely not the foggiest idea what they did.
They've thought that last minute, haven't they?
No, what I think they've done is, and I think this is sort of where brands, and we've made the mistake actually in the past, which is...
Have we?
Say again?
We've made a mistake.
Oh, we have made mistakes. More actually to the point I have. Is that you worry so worried about how it looks, you take away the point of what you're doing there, which is trying to get conversions and get people to know what you do as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
The fact that you've sat there and gone,
We don't know what it is still, do we? Did you ask them?
no, I can be asked.
No. We still
No,
know.
but-
It's something you put in your mouth, isn't it? As a liquid, because it's got to be. But if you're a running show and you're selling supplements, I get it, yeah, because you don't want to keep it. But I would have thought that would be like a running, like one of those SIS, is it, that you tear off?
Oh, there you go. Collagen.
Collagen.
Brand.
The UK's most awarded liquid collagen brand. Isn't that like...
Yeah. So for full body health, joint health, and all the rest of it. So again, I totally get why they're there.
The
But
website looks alright. I mean, why couldn't they do that as a stand?
well, and that's my point. They've put on some LEDs, but that stand there would have cost them about £6,000.
Whoa.
So, because it's for the floor space, so it's floor space, if I can talk. So that would have cost them £6,000. I couldn't believe after the 3rd time that I still didn't know what they did. Like I had no idea.
Yeah.
Not a absolute Scooby-Doo.
bad.
So they've worried too much about the brand. I think this is where a lot of firms who go to these types of events forget, is that what are we there for? Or they put a load of product just down and they don't even tell you what they do.
Yeah. They just don't know. Well, they just don't know what to do.
But like that brand there, they weren't giving out any sort of samples or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
They've got a spinny wheel thing.
So even if you did the sample thing, at least you go up there and have a sample and then have a conversation about someone. Go, it tastes really nice. What is it?
They've got a free sample on the wheel, but they've also got trolley coin and high fives.
You could win a lanyard.
I had no idea. Genuinely, I literally had no idea at all.
They've just thought of that this morning,
Yeah, it wasn't great.
haven't they?
Yeah.
They've literally just written on the sticker.
Yes.
They've got all those selling points on their website, like all of this stuff. And like,
Yeah. Again, Michael, they've probably got loads of stuff, loads and loads and loads of stuff. They just haven't transferred what they've got on their website to that stand.
Yeah, it's bad.
And I saw that time and time again, but they were the worst culprits at the event. It was so bad. So
When you
bad.
went past, did you see anyone on it?
There were sort of people mulling around, but I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
I was more just sort of, what are they doing? Like, what is
Yeah.
it? What, genuinely, I have no idea.
Yeah.
So that was a common theme. More for the ones that...
On the outsides.
No, just, I would say across... Well, you had sort of the best of both worlds. You had that where you had no idea, or you had others, normally the smaller ones, that had so much information that you'd have had to sit there and stand there and just like read it all in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there was a guy who did, what did he do? He did training programs, so one-on-one training programs. So like someone like me, perfect. I'd be well up for it employing someone like
Specialising in running, I'm
Yeah.
going to get you to be running 100 miles in a year or whatever.
that exactly. So like, I would love to employ him if I had the money. Love to.
Thoughts about running 100 miles?
Who?
I can get you there in 12 months.
Yeah,
There you go. How's that?
I've got 16 weeks as of today.
Light work.
Yeah, it's easy.
So yeah, you had the best of both worlds, and I think it's crippling because they just spend all their money. And again, that's 6,000. That guy that we're supposed, that's 3,000.
I wonder if they got an ROI on that $6,000. No.
I would say it's unlikely.
What were the big stands like?
So you've got the likes of Mizuno, Adidas. They were there. Annoyingly, On weren't there this year because that's the only reason I actually went. Is because
Are you joking?
I just wanted to try on those trainers.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I went.
And there might be a discount
Well-
because they're at a show.
Yeah, no, you don't get discounts because last year they went, but you actually still ordered online.
Oh, right.
So they didn't want to take stock because actually you get charged.
Oh,
for
so when you're there, you just pick up your phone and just order them.
they get charged to holding stock,
Ah.
which is why these events now, like the NEC and stuff, charge so much. So if you've got a load of stock in the back, you get charged for it. So it becomes very costly. So they weren't there, which was frustrating. I got some poles; they were good, but no, the big ones. So people like Adidas, Hoka, Mizuno, they're okay. But Hoka, to be fair, they didn't have a lot of product. So like, I reckon in the entire show they probably had 15 pairs of trainers out of their range, which is fine. But they only had one of each. So they had like one Speedfly 2, one Speedfly 1.
So if someone's picked up the one you're looking at, you're waiting until they put it back down again.
Exactly. So like for someone like me, I've never wanted to spend money on Hoka because I just don't really like the brand. And I even went, because On weren't there yesterday, or sorry, on Saturday, I said, well, I'll go and have a look. It was a busy stand, which is going to be.
So you're actually thinking maybe there's something there.
Well, there is.
It's
Because
a big brand. There's got to be something. Am I just being a bit... Maybe I'll fall in love with them.
Exactly that. And it was just like in one whole, space of, they had like 3 shoes.
Poorly done that.
Really poor, but it's the same stand they had last year. And I understand because obviously having a stand of that ilk costs a lot of money. But I just wasn't, like there wasn't, again, for someone like me, I'm set on because I've used them for a while. Although I've had a few bad shoes, which I've not really liked. I'd love to move to Hoka. But they've not done anything to get me over the line.
Yeah.
Like Brooks.
And it's a completely different shaped shoe, isn't it? So you need to try these things on.
It's totally different. Totally different. And if you're going to make that move for the volume that I do, it's quite a big, it's not, it's quite a big.
And they look bouncy. You'll be bouncing all over the place, won't you?
Well,
Like Tigger.
Give me Piglet. So they were frustrating. But then also, and we've had this, people that are just like mulling around on the stand, just like dicking about.
What did anyone have any cool ordering systems there, screens or anything that you could order from?
No.
And the reason I say this, so that place I got the coat from is called Axel Aggregato, okay? And in their shop at Bicester, you go in there, you've got the shoes. They might have some stock there, but they've got this screen, I don't know, the size of that pad there, maybe a bit bigger. And it's like, okay, we'll just have a look what's in the stock. And you just like literally touch it, get it, okay, blah, blah, blah. Within about 3 clicks, because I'm a member of them, finds my thing. Yeah, we're with you in 2 days. And you just order it from there in the shop.
Is that the one that's 2
delivered.
doors down from Lululemon on the corner?
Yeah,
I went in there.
yeah.
It looked way too cool for me, by the way.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's where I go.
I walked in.
So, yeah, but how cool is that?
That's
You
good.
don't need to go and go, oh, I need to get my phone out. They're just like, yeah. Like, you don't need to leave. Unless you've got a really good reason to not buy these trainers or coat or whatever, we can do it for you right here and now. And the last pair of trainers I got, because they actually messed up one pair, had them, and then I don't know if I told you, they just wore out a little bit when they shouldn't have. So they were like, 6 months later, I said, look, this shouldn't have happened. Their customer service was like, fine, send them back to us. We'll credit your account. So they credited the account for the full amount I bought them for. Went into the shop, fell in love with a pair, really comfy, didn't have the colour I wanted. They're at my door 2 days later.
Which one was that? The one you're in now, today?
No, these are ons.
Oh. What are they called?
Axel. Aggregator.
Were they expensive?
They are expensive, yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason why I walked out there pretty sharpish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those are the ones I had with the green back. No, down, next row, yeah. Really comfy. They're cool. Look after them. They've lasted well.
Okay.
Good value for money.
Photos stuff. I'm not sure when you showed up.
But
it was rammed.
But I did like the tech of the screen. Something very simple. Basically a big iPad on the wall, but we can order it from you now
Yeah, perfect.
and you can buy it.
Yeah, perfect.
So that'd be perfect at a show. If they had a couple of every single size and every colour,
Yeah.
and you just had someone there, a couple of screens, not just one screen, or an iPad around someone's neck and they just get it. I
Yeah.
just don't understand why people don't look forward. That looks like Ricky Gervais's, mate.
Which brand is that? I can't tell.
That's Innovate. Yeah, it's Innovate, I think.
Oh, like they've got a decent amount of shoes.
Yeah, not my cup of tea.
What do you think?
No, not Innovate. So yeah, so that was again things like big screens and stuff. Again,
The interesting thing is, when I used to work for that data company years ago, when they used to do a show, they would spend a lot of money on their stands. We usually had pretty much one of the biggest stands at a show. But from the owner's perspective of marketing, it went down into marketing budget, not sales budget at a show. So it'd be interesting if every company thinks like that. So it is there.
yeah,
where you just
but it still needs to provide an ROI.
No, of course it does. Yeah. Well, that's what we think. But they didn't think market education didn't think that.
Well,
It's just in the marketing budget.
but the wheels still need to turn.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
wheels
So
still
is that
need to
just
turn.
the naivety of it all? Let's just be seen somewhere.
Yeah, I get that. Craft, I bought some stuff actually from them.
They've got a big. Again, it doesn't really say what they do, but they've got a lot of stock.
Apparently they're massive, which I wasn't aware. And then a friend of mine who was actually working at the event, Jorma, who's works for Hilo, the new footwear firm for on street for road running. He was telling me they're pretty big actually, which I wasn't aware of. But but yeah, they would, like I said, there's some good stands there, but then there's just a lot that you just had no idea with, like not a clue.
Waste, isn't it?
Not a clue. But then, like I said, there was also a lot of people just mulling around, as in people that are working on the stands just not really doing a lot, which is really annoying.
That's Hocker.
That's a shame. I'm glad they got one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame.
I think when there's like a.
This formula what's he written there? This formula can be used in shows and events, small and large, to increase exposure and ROI. 3 hours with a mobile outside broadcast pack, interviewing 12 brands and giving them even more exposure.
So there you go. Busy.
Yeah.
Busy. But the firm that I spoke to at the event, and I've just sent you the link to them, which is Eco Swash. Now, I love these because, and you might have this as much, Nick. Actually, you should do actually. So when you run a lot, you get a lot of washing.
Yeah. Every time you... Not so much in the gym. I'll just wash a t-shirt.
Yeah, but when you're running, you sweat it. Like,
yeah.
you get a lot running. Right?
Yeah.
Your t-shirts stink after a while. And it's a type of smell, like it's musty. It's just a bit...
It's like, football, they have the bibs.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
The bag of bibs out and they
It's,
stink.
it's rank. It's not very nice. And even like I get moaned at, they stink. Tough, there's something. I'm going to buy some new ones. So I was walking through, and there was a couple. I believe there were a couple actually. I think that's the two of them there actually. And there was they were on the stand. And I was like, "What's this?" The stand was okay, but it's only like a little small one, because obviously they're expensive. And I said, "Oh, okay. What's this?" Told me, and I was like, "Perfect. Like that's a problem I've got straight away." Problem I've got. Now, a pack of 30 cost me £7.50.
30 washes.
Yeah, which is cheap.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
feel
advertising on there like CrossFit workouts and all that sort of stuff. So big sweaty stuff.
Yeah. So normally £9. Landed in the UK cost £4.50. Because I asked them, I was just intrigued. Right. So landed in the UK cost £4.50. £4.50 per profit per pack, right? Well, if you're running every single day of the week of the month, sorry, that's your 30 gone, which means you're gonna have to. The best customer is someone that runs every day and uses your product
Every day.
every single day, every month. But even if that person was to use your product every single day for an entire year,
You've only made.
£48. Well, a little bit more than that, say 55.
So it's got to have a lot of volume.
Like a hell of a lot of volume, and like I was more baffled around the. Obviously, it's a numbers play, it's a volume play, but how are you going to
Get that volume.
Like, it's a great idea, and this is like we have
Plus, the other thing, if I could just interject, is: are you doing a wash on your own of just the stuff you've washed in, or is it being thrown in with everything else? Because otherwise, you're wasting a load of water and electricity. So then you have to make your whole washing about that using that tablet.
It's a sheet,
A sheet.
dissolvable sheet.
Nothing else goes in.
I didn't ask that much to me. So.
Okay.
£55. 50, and we get this all the time. Products and services come to us and go, "Oh, can you help us?" And you go, "Yeah," and you look at it and go, "It's brilliant. Like, it's such a cool product." And then you get down to the numbers and go,
It's not going to work. You've had so many calls where you've just gone, "Look, I can't. I know this sounds really house. I'm trying to be really respectful because it's your thing. We can't make this work." On
We've
digital
got some.
advertising,
We've got a couple
you just
of
reverse engineer it, don't you? You know, the CPM at £10, your click-through rate at £1, whatever.
But their product's amazing. Like, it's really, really good. Like, there's a problem there. Every runner, and again, I'm just specifically targeting this at running now. Runners, they have that problem,
Yeah.
which is the volume of clothes, and it stinks.
And there probably are enough runners who would use it, apart from then you've got to, like we've just said about the household. Suddenly it becomes a household product. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not just going to go, "I'll put my shorts and my t-shirt into the wash and waste a whole wash." It's just not going to happen.
No, or you do it as like when we clean our Nespressos, like you do one a month where it's all your stuff gets thrown in and it's all nice and smelling. So rather than 30 sheets, you have one sheet and it's like a massive, I don't know, I'm just thinking like.
But unfortunately, I think it's just like look at Dragon's Den, how many cool products go on there, and they say this is great, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't start. The numbers just don't work.
Really annoying though, because I'm that person where like some of the t-shirts I have reek. Like they.
And the thing is, you can't wash it any more than like 30 or 40 degrees. So I washed a towel the other day, and it's a towel been used for a few days, and I washed it in with a normal wash of 30 degrees because it's got my t-shirts in it. And then the towel dried, and I smell it, and it's got that sort of musky smell again, which makes me realise I've got to wash the towel at 60 degrees. But that's the same as the t-shirts, isn't it? Aren't there type of, we're digressing, but aren't there just like type of brands of t-shirts, materials that don't sweat as much?
Yeah, but they still stink after a while now when you're running. Like the reek, because when you're running, you sweat. So again, that was someone that I really like the product. It solves a problem.
Yeah.
I just think for the cost, I think you're really.
And they got a stand at £6,000.
They got a stand.
£6,000.
No, those were a smaller one. But again, really
It's going
nice.
to take them a while to make that money back, isn't it?
Yeah, but really nice couple. Like really nice. Like literally, I'm with them with the problem. But when you drill down to the numbers, now, can they get them shipped in at cheaper cost? Of course they can, because it's a quantity play. Realistically, they can probably get those shipped in for £1.50, which means a little bit more margin there. But it's a the reality is someone's going to use that once every quarter, that pack, realistically.
Yeah.
Which means you're in for £7.50, which is £30 a month, £30 a year client.
You have to make it your be-all and end-all washing material for the household.
I just can't. I can't. If
Is Jess should be happy to use those, would she? If you got a month in.
I bought some.
So would you sign up to it? If it works and it works with all the other clothing in the
I wouldn't
household, would you just
subscribe because we wouldn't get through as that many that quick.
I've got like a monthly subscribing site.
Yeah, so they've got it, but again, £7.60 every 3 months. You know, it's a 40 quid at best client with shipping. I just don't see where the margin is, Michael. Like wherever, like I just don't see where the margin is, and unfortunately, it comes down to margin. It's just like marketing, sales, whatever. It's down to that.
That sort of thing is the sort of thing that would just get bought by that company, the one in Stratford that does like innovative kind of things, or used to do innovative kind of things.
JML.
No, not JML. Actual shops, and you get like coffee machines from it and all these like kitchen products.
Oh,
you know which one I'm talking
yeah,
about, don't
I do,
you?
yeah.
They're all over the place.
yeah.
That's the sort of thing you'd see in there.
Yeah, no,
and they've gone, all right, we'll have 1 million of those.
Yeah.
Whack it in the shops, make some money. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah. I wouldn't go to consumer. I'd go down the wholesale route personally. But again, brilliant products, really good. Totally get it.
Well, it's interesting actually. It's a shame we haven't. I don't know. There's a company that Rosie and our team were talking about, non-bio stuff, that they get it, because I didn't realise how until they told me. They're like, oh, do you not realise how bad it is to have wash with normal washing tablets and stuff? And I was like, no. There's another one that they said, oh, you need to try this one, and you do a free trial online, sign up, you get like a week's free or whatever, and 3 of them are all using it upstairs. And then Liv was saying now it's in Sainsbury's and Tesco's and stuff, so it's obviously done so well online. It's now in the supermarkets. Be interesting to see what their sort of price point is.
It's not these people, is it?
No.
We use these people for like washing up liquid and stuff.
Yeah, I know those guys.
But yeah, again, really good, nice couple, good product. I think you can market it to you blue in the face. I just think in terms of margin, I think unless you get every single runner in the UK, every CrossFitter, I think you're struggling.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Good.
That was the running show. 2024. I enjoyed it.
Yo, check it.
Got my poles. Didn't get me trainers.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I've been Nick. He's been James.
Well,
See you next week.
Sketch that. Who's the comedians who do that?
It's Ronnie, isn't it?
Ronnie. Two Ronnies.
Two Ronnies.